A shocking statistic: 22 veterans kill themselves every day in America. That's according to the Department of Veterans Affairs. That's 1.5 times more than the civilian population. The military says tackling this epidemic is a top priority, and this past week they held their biennial suicide prevention conference in Nashville. Veterans face many challenges upon leaving the military, including post-traumatic stress, homelessness, and high unemployment. A Department of Defense study linked financial instability to veteran suicide and said providing transitional support to veterans early could make the difference. And that's what Syracuse University has been doing through their Institute for Veterans and Military Families, which aims to educate, train, and empower veterans. It's run by former Air Force veteran Mike Haney and has helped more than 90,000 veterans since 9/11, including David Sharp. Dr. Haney, thanks for being with us, and David Sharp as well. Thank you. And Darby, your service dog, who right now is checking out the cameras. So walk me through sort of how the core programs work at the Institute.
So the Institute was created to really leverage what higher education does well. You know, this idea of teaching and training and inspiring to help those who have served in the military make the transition to civilian life. And what's different, if you will, about the Institute at Syracuse, the Institute for Veterans and Military Families, is we were created to do direct service delivery. So we run programs for veterans and their family members, and they're all designed to essentially leverage what someone learned in the military and give them that additional skills training, credential, et cetera, that makes them competitive in the civilian job market.
So David, when you were thinking about your transition, what was the most challenging thing?
When I got out in 2005, I was on the phone with unemployment in Virginia. And I applied to a government agency at the time. And I remember they said, your clearance went through, your security clearance went through, you start next Monday, can you be here? And I was frightened, I was scared.
What were you afraid of?
I had no idea what I was going to do. I had zero clue of what I was going to do. And that has to do with, you know, then in 2005, there wasn't a lot of resources while we were active duty, but we didn't have anything to tell us, this is where you need to go to do this, and this is where you can find a job, and this is how you do a resume. It was really a sign-off sheet that we didn't go through any type of formal training for that, for the transition phase. And they do all of this and more. It's been a blessing.
How did your mental health issues affect your anxiety about a job hunt? I mean, obviously, Darby here is helping with post-traumatic stress for you.
Right. So before I deployed, there was a buddy of mine who committed suicide. After we deployed, another buddy of mine committed suicide. So I found myself with a pistol in my mouth, right? And I was a drunk. And then one of my friends who I served with went to our leadership and said, I'm having these nightmares and dreams that occurred over there. Can you help me out? And they removed his weapon and they put a broomstick in his hand. Ooh. And so he was a janitor for the squadron. So that resonated for a lot of us. And it goes to what you're just talking to, Soledad.
Don't tell anybody.
That's right. So you mentioned the mental health. You just bundle it in.
I'm not a mental health professional, but I'm fairly confident bundling it in and sucking it up.
Healthy.
Right. It sounds like exactly the worst thing you can do. How does what you're doing help ultimately with what we know is really an epidemic, which is suicide?
I would answer that with meaning and purpose. We don't talk enough about the fact that, you know, the past 17 years of war, this is really this country's first test of the all-volunteer military. And up until this point, you could look around and almost every family had somebody impacted by this country's wars. And what happens today is less than 1% of the population has served in uniform since 9/11. And folks come home and they feel anonymous. You know, as recently as in the last few months, we've lost folks in Afghanistan, and those deaths aren't even reported.
The media does not even bother.
Yeah,
like it's not even.
And that really does weigh, I think, on those who have served. That sense that, for lack of a better way of putting it, nobody's paying attention.
So how do you feel that your life has changed through this program? And I know you rave about it, but you're now a businessman. You run a nonprofit and a for-profit business. And I think someone would say, well, you've had all this incredible military training. Clearly, you were a leader in the military. You had all these amazing skills. What was this organization able to do that has made the transition to allow you to really leverage those skills?
So with going back to this is going what Mike said is a purpose, is that I was able to focus and enhance my leadership skills from the military and apply that to help others that were similar or worse than me, what I experienced. And that really is where the rubber meets the road, is the purpose. We now have a purpose.
Mike Haney, David Sharp, Darby, good job. Yes, good job. Thanks, gentlemen. Really appreciate the conversation.
Thank you so much.
bet.
Thank you,
It's great.
Scott. I appreciate you.